Hey everyone, my name is Jordan. I'm a kinesiologist here at Kitsilano Physiotherapy Clinic. Today I'm going to talk about our hips. Our hips is a very unique joint. It's a ball and socket joint, so it's very important to have that hip mobility. Within our hips, we're able to flex our hips, extend the hips. We're able to abduct, so away from the body, adduct, bring it in closer to the body, and a really unique movement that the hip can do is we're able to externally rotate and internally rotate those hips. So having mobility in your hips is really, really important. Hip flexion, hip extension, hip abduction, hip adduction, hip external rotation, hip internal rotation. The exercise I'm going to demonstrate today is a seated 90-90 hip stretch, and this will help increase our hip flexibility and mobility, especially for external and internal rotation of the hip. Having good hip mobility is really important as it helps to also protect our lower back, our ankles, and our knees. If we're lacking that range of motion, then the joints above, which is our lumbar spine, and the joints below, our knees and our ankles, compensate for that range of motion. Alrighty, to start off with the 90-90 hip stretch here, we want to make sure that we're sitting in a 90-90 degree motion with the front leg and the back leg and also our ankles. You want to place one hand on each side of the front leg and you want to be nice and tall here. First off, we want to breathe in through our nose and exhale through our mouth, just to relax all your muscles. After that, you want to actively first push this front knee into the ground so you're able to activate all the muscles on the front hip area here. And you're going to hold that for 30 seconds. Once you've held that for 30 seconds, you're slowly going to reach your chest forward to further increase that external rotation of the hip. And you want to make sure that we're not reaching downwards, as that forces lumbar flexion, which we're trying to avoid. So you want to reach forward and up. Good, and you just want to be actively keeping your knees flat on the ground. And always remember to breathe when you're doing this stretch. Good, after we hold this for 30 seconds, we're now going to get our hands behind us here. And we're going to work on this hip here for improving internal rotation of the hip. And so we're first going to actively push this knee into the ground to activate all the muscles in the hip on the back side here. So once you hold that for 30 seconds, you are then going to try and rotate your torso so that you are now facing the back knee. And this forces that stretch for internal rotation of our hip. So this one you might feel a bit more discomfort, and if you do, you can put something under the knee here to help assist with that. And it's something you could work on slowly, as this one is a little bit harder to work on. And always make sure you're breathing. Once you've held it for 30 seconds, you would just relax your muscles and you would repeat the whole thing on the other side, making sure you're in 90-90 position with the hips and the ankles. And then now you would repeat to work on external rotation on the other side. After completing the 90-90 hip mobility exercise, there's other exercises that we can do to further improve our hip mobility. If you're interested in those progressions, once again, my name is Jordan and I'm at Kitsilano Physiotherapy Clinic on Friday and Saturdays, so feel free to reach out.